College tuition has skyrocketed to over $90,000 per year at some universities, yet Mark Zuckerberg just dropped a truth bomb that most tech leaders will quietly agree with. Degrees simply aren't preparing students for today's job market. Now, meanwhile, a massive new survey of 23,000 companies worldwide confirms that employers have shifted to prioritizing skills over degrees. Now, after 25 years in software development, I've hired a lot of programmers, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that real-world experiences crushes fancy degrees every single time. So today I'm revealing why this shift is happening, how recent economic reports show AI isn't actually taking jobs, and I've got another great surprise for you here at the end, so make sure you stay to the end because we've got a huge announcement that I want to talk about today that's going to be a really interesting path into tech careers. So let's dive in. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer, and here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding bootcamps and build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. All right, so the world of hiring has fundamentally changed, and many students are learning this the hard way. After spending 4 years and racking up mountains of debt, even Mark Zuckerberg is now saying that many of us in the industry have known for a long time. It's that college isn't adequately preparing students for the job market. So let's dive into why experience has become so much more valuable than degrees and what this means for your career. Now, Mark Zuckerberg made waves by stating that colleges aren't preparing you for the jobs that you need while leaving graduates starting off with this big hole of debt. This isn't just talk from a famous dropout, right? Zuckerberg built Facebook, now Meta, into a company that employs thousands of engineers based on what they can do, not their credentials. Now, I've consistently found that skilled developers without degrees often outperform those with fancy credentials but limited practical experience. So Meta's CEO predicts a reckoning is coming for higher education, and I agree, as more students question whether degrees are worth the astronomical costs. So what once was taboo to say, I for one was one who preached for probably 2 decades that you had to get a degree, but now I'm changing my tune, right? Not everyone needs a college degree to get into a good field. So it's now openly being discussed by most of the top leaders in the world. So when I'm hiring, I'm looking for developers who can solve real problems, not regurgitated textbook knowledge. And my tech executive friends at other companies tell me they're doing the exact same thing. And especially with AI changing the education landscape, right? So Great Place to Work, which surveys over 23,000 companies annually across 170 companies, just confirmed that degrees are becoming irrelevant in the modern workplace. Their CEO, Michael Bush, put it bluntly when he said top employers aren't even talking about degrees anymore, but instead are talking about skills. Industry-wide, there's been a massive shift over the last 5 years away from degree requirements towards skill-focused hiring practices. Now, I've watched this transformation happen in real time. Job postings that once required computer science degrees now emphasize portfolios, projects, and practical coding skills. The survey also found that companies are realizing they're missing out on great talent by having a degree requirement, something that I've been saying for a long time now. Now, these aren't just small companies. This shift is happening at Fortune 100 best companies to work for, the cream of the crop of global employers. Now, the other part of the problem here is the average cost of private universities now top $43,000 per year, with some Ivy League schools charging over $91,000 annually for tuition, room, and board. That's astronomical cost is creating a crushing $1.7 trillion in student loan debt nationwide, forcing new graduates to start their career in a financial hole. So of course they're going to come out of school and demand top salaries, right? But I've seen repeatedly, I've seen talented developers turn down entrepreneurial opportunities because their student loan payments force them to take corporate jobs. So meanwhile, self-taught programmers and bootcamp graduates without any debt have the freedom to take risks, join startups, or build their own companies. So the data shows that more than half of Gen Z graduates now say their degrees were a waste of money, according to a recent Indeed survey. So the cruel irony is that college continues rising prices while the degrees are becoming less relevant to employers like me who focus on practical skills. Now, in real world development, I've consistently found that 1 year of hands-on experience is worth more than 4 years of theoretical classroom learning. The most valuable developers on my team aren't the ones with the most impressive degrees, but those who actually built and shipped software that solves real problems. Colleges teach computer science theory, but it often fails to prepare students for the practical realities of working on larger code bases in collaborative environments. So I don't really care what your GPA is. I want to see you write some code and get it into production and see how well it addresses users' needs. And so I ask them to walk with me through projects that they've built. The fundamental issue is that colleges move too slow. By the time they update their curriculum, the industry has already moved on to newer technologies and approaches. And with AI, this is only going to get worse. I can tell you that the people who truly excel are those that continuous learning and adapt through real world challenges, not those who rely on credentials. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, make sure you reach out, because here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer, because me and my teams would love to help you. Now, despite all the fear mongering about AI replacing jobs, a brand new study just published in the Register shows that AI chatbots have almost no significant wage or labor impact. Economists showed that analyzed 11 occupations, including software developers, across 25,000 workers, and found minimal economic effects from AI adoption. After decades in the industry, I've seen the pattern repeat with every job-killing technology, from low-code platforms to outsourcing to automated code generators. The study found that AI tools only save the average user about 3 to 4% of their work a day, so about 1 hour out of 40 hours. Now, in my development teams, we use AI development, so I would guess we're probably more like 10 to 15% more productive with them, and so they're definitely really helping out. But again, I'm maybe at most seeing a 1 out of 10 type of ratio if we were going to replace any jobs. But generally, I mean, in my company, we're accelerating right now. Now, college might teach you algorithms and data structures, but it rarely teaches you the soft skills that determine your actual career success. So I've seen brilliant programmers who fail because they couldn't communicate effectively, couldn't manage their time, or couldn't work collaboratively with others. These critical professional skills are best learned through real workplace experience, something apprenticeships and hands-on trainings provide you from day one. Now, I hear a lot of you guys out there saying, oh yeah, sure, you run a coding boot camp, but I think you're missing out on what I'm trying to say here today. So hang in here with me, because I don't want you to think this comes from a biased approach. Today's employers want to see what you've built, not what you've studied, making your GitHub profile more important than your diploma. So I've been in countless hiring meetings where candidates with impressive portfolios but no degrees beat out candidates with prestigious degrees but minimal practical work. This shift in democratizing the tech industry by opening doors for talented individuals from non-traditional backgrounds who can prove their skills through actual work. So I can tell you that with a robust portfolio of personal projects, open source contributions, or real client work speaks volumes more than academic credentials. Now, if you think that I'm just trying to ship and sell you a coding bootcamp, we're actually not doing a lot to sell our coding bootcamps right now. We've actually really shifted to a different approach. So there, and I'm going to talk about this here in a minute, so bear with me. Now, again, if you have any questions, and one of my best things that I love is when people leave a comment down below. So make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, even if just to say hi. Now, the half-life of technical knowledge is shorter than ever. Much of what you learn in a 4-year degree program is outdated before you even graduate. And I've had to completely reinvent all skill sets multiple times throughout my 25-year career in order to continue to move, whether it was from desktop to web to mobile to cloud to AI. The most valuable trait in a developer isn't what they know today, but their ability to rapidly learn new technologies and approach as the landscape evolves. Now, I want to talk about the opportunity I've been talking about here the whole time, because I'm putting my money where my mouth is, right? What we're seeing here is we have a great opportunity. Utah has one of the best kept secrets in their registered apprentice programs, and they've seen track record over the last 5 years. So we've been working closely with the state of Utah, and we are now a registered apprentice provider. So we are offering the opportunity to do a paid apprenticeship. So you're paid from day one, so that once you get into our program, we will train you, and then we will onboard you and work you with real clients so that you get up to 1 year of experience fully paid as part of our paid apprenticeship program. We've been working closely with the state of Utah to make this possible, and we're excited that Utah partnered with Startup Hack are working to provide this opportunity to help you to become a certified full stack software engineer through the state of Utah's registered apprentice programs. And again, we're registered with the state of Utah for this. So these programs aren't just for teenagers. I'm looking for folks, particularly from the 18 to 24-year-old, but we're looking for everybody who is interested in some training wages. We're not paying a ton of money, but we're paying you, We're paying you a good amount to go through and get training and to get a year's worth of experience building with real software development team on real projects. Now, Utah's most recent graduate from a lot of these apprenticeship, the oldest one was actually just 81 years old. Generally, I don't think we're going to be targeting a little bit of that. Don't worry. I'm in my late 40s, so I'm not hating on people who want to start later in life. But I really feel like this is a great opportunity, especially for younger people that might not want to finish school, but instead want to dive into an awesome opportunity to start to learn software development right out of the gate. So if you're interested in this, check out startuphack.com/jobs. We are, this is obviously very competitive. A lot of people are already hitting us up on this because I've been talking about this for a couple of days, but this is a real world opportunity to really accelerate your learning, right? Because I've watched self-taught developers who start building real projects at 8-team Zoom past peers who spent years in the lecture halls. When I look at the most successful developers I've worked with, almost all of them point to hands-on experience and mentorship as the key factors in their growth. And that's what we're providing here at Startup Hack. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. We're going to be hiring up to 20 individuals over the next year in this registered apprentice program. So this experience advantage snowballs over time as each successful project builds credibility and open doors to increasing complex and interesting opportunities. So by focusing on gaining practical experience early, you can potentially save 3 to 4 years what might have taken a college graduate 7 to 8 years to accomplish in their careers. So this is huge. And if you're deciding between college and aftermath, and for right now, if you're in the state of Utah, we are working with other states to expand this project, but right now we're focused with the state of Utah. Can then reach out to us at startuphack.com/jobs. And again, we'll put the link down below, but I'm really excited by this opportunity that connected with the Utah Department of Workforce Services and their apprenticeship program. We're working to grow Startup Hack and also be able to help a lot of people be able to start this. So the big hint that I can tell everybody here is never stop learning. The most successful developers I know dedicate time every single day to exploring new technologies and approaching regardless of their formal education. So remember that in today's job market, you cannot sit still. You've got to be moving forward. And what you can do is infinitely more important than where you studied. So focus on building practical, demonstratable skills that solve real world problems. And also, if your company has systems that aren't connected, reach out to us, because here at Startup Hack, we love to help you get your systems connected, and we can help you get your company working like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer. I'll also have a link for that one down below, and you can check that out. Now, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think there's something nefarious here? Throw it all at me. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. But here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers, and we love to build custom software solutions. So reach out, because we'd love to help. Hit the links down below or check out startuphack.com, and here's some great information about our consulting services.
Hi, my name is Spencer Thomason, and I'm a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology teams and products. So what is a fractional CTO? This is where you can contract someone like myself to come into your organization and get the benefits of a seasoned CTO without having to employ me full time. In today's fast-paced world, efficiency, security, and product scaling aren't just goals, they're necessities. My passion is building impactful products and enhancing organizational efficiencies through technology. From startups to small businesses, my approach leverages lean methodologies to not just meet but exceed your strategic goals. Whether it's through executive mentoring, cloud system architecture, or launching a minimum viable product swiftly, my aim is to make a significant impact right from the start. Recognized in the Arizona startup ecosystem, my journey has been about creating value and fostering innovation. I have led technology for companies like GoDaddy, SRP, and Wells Fargo, and turned challenges into milestones. I've taken this learning and launched 7 of my own brands, and now I want to help you. So if you're looking for a fractional CTO who brings a wealth of experience, strategic vision, and a proven track record, let's connect. Together we can build technology that not only drives your business forward, but also makes a difference. Technology leadership redefined to fit your needs. So reach out today.